It was a passion for God's Word that led a group of mission-minded Lansing Christians from several denominations to form a community Sunday school program in the early 1920s. They were determined to reach children whom they feared would otherwise never have the opportunity for evangelism, discipleship, and a Christian education. Before long, the Sunday school had grown into a small informal church meeting in the old Everett School. From these humble beginnings, Judson Memorial Baptist became the first Lansing church south of Mount Hope Avenue. That commitment to reaching and serving young people is still evident at Judson today. For example, since 1989, we have housed the Love Clothing Center. Staffed entirely by volunteers, the Love Clothing Center has clothed about 25,000 children to date. In keeping with our ecumenical roots, volunteers hail from a variety of local churches. These devoted workers model Christ's love, treating every client with dignity and respect. Our commitment to missions starts in our community and reaches out to every nation through our enthusiastic financial support of a wide range of mission offerings and missionaries serving around the world. Our women's circles send monetary support and needed supplies to overseas missionaries, while other members focus on promoting social justice at home through our involvement as a member congregation of Action of Greater Lansing. There's more to church than Sunday mornings. At Judson, we don't just sit next to each other in the sanctuary. We live our lives together. Some of these fellowship opportunities take place on Wednesday nights. During the school year, we begin our midweek program by sharing a meal together. This is followed by an adult Bible class where we not only study God's Word, but learn how to study it. Kids continue to be as important to us as they were to our charter members. In addition to being the focus of our Love Clothing Center, children and youth are involved in almost every aspect of church life, from Sunday school to helping lead worship to our Summer Kids Club. We make it a goal to keep kids actively learning and growing during their time at church. We strive to build a strong foundation for kids' faith with fun lessons and activities from the moment they arrive at Sunday school to the children's message and our second-hour worship program. Our youth group meets together frequently for activities, times of learning, service projects, and involvement in larger-scale youth events. Adults will also find ample opportunities for spiritual growth through several regular Sunday school classes, as well as occasional electives on topics like world religions, church history, doctrinal and cultural issues, and Baptist distinctives. For those who are curious about our church and what we're all about, we regularly offer an inquirer's class covering our history, beliefs, and values. There are countless other opportunities to get involved at Judson. God has given everyone gifts and talents. We encourage all of our members to use these gifts to glorify Him and build His kingdom. We think of our church as an outpost of God's kingdom. For this reason, we share our facility with various community groups, such as Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts of America, Senior Companions, Lifeline Medical Screening, and the Micah Fellowship, to name a few. We have also opened our doors to churches that found themselves for a time without a building in which to worship. We're not perfect, but we trust that God will use our willingness and our efforts to bring His love and grace to those around us.
I think what sets us apart is that we're authentic. And by that I mean that we don't try to manufacture this perfect picture of who we are. We are real people living real life together in fellowship. In a 10-minute video clip, you can make it look like everything is perfect, like the church is always full, like it was on Sunday, although Sunday was Easter, so that's why it was full. You can make it look like everyone's always happy and their lives are problem-free at our church, or you can even make it look like it's always sunny at our church. Like this is one magical place in Lansing, Michigan, where it's never rainy or cloudy or windy and snowy. But we don't do that. We don't think that God's Word and Christ's church are just for the sunny times of life. We recognize that oftentimes, even like today when it's officially spring, it's freezing and gross outside, that there's gray, dirty snow covering over everything. And you know what? We embrace that. We say that God's Word and the church are for all the times of life. Whether it's sunny or whether everything is covered with gray snow, we, the church, are living life together and trying to do it according to God's Word.
When I tell people about Judson Church, the most common question I get is, wait a minute, you're located where? There's not a church there. And so let me take just a moment to show you exactly where we're located. Here we are at the corner of Cedar and Glendale, and I'm sure you've driven by here many times. You've probably seen these bad boys and wondered what their story is. I have no explanation, but now that you know where we are, let me kind of walk you back over to Judson and show you exactly where we're located. Now, of course, right over here is the library. Right here is the Speedway, where I get all of my Jolt Cola and extremely expensive gasoline. And why don't you follow me and I'll show you where Judson's located. And here it is. Mystery solved.
As you can see, we have a lot of ministries, a lot of programs, a lot to offer here at Judson Baptist Church, but we don't sell our church to people based on what we can offer them. Instead, we invite you to come here and serve Christ with us, to belong with us, to struggle with some of these tensions with us. Whether you're a Christian looking for a church home, or whether you're someone who's just kind of seeking or not sure what you believe and just kind of curious and want to check it out, I invite you to come to worship with us at Judson Memorial Baptist Church.